What is good, my people? It's your boy Denzel FX, and we're back again with another video. In today's video, I will be giving you guys 5 tips on how I passed the MyForexFunds 100k challenge. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe and keep up with my videos. And if you're not new, you already know I already did the 10k challenge. I will leave the link somewhere above here for you guys to watch on how I did that there. I also documented the trades and the journey of that 10k challenge. In this video, I'm just going to cut the chase and just give you the 5 tips straight off the bat so you can take these on board in order for you to pass the challenge that you are going to do. Whether that is MyForexFunds, FTMO, the funded trader, top tier trader, whatever it is, take these tips on board and let's get it rocking. So the very first tip I will recommend is to wait before entering your very first trade. The reason I'm saying you should wait is because when people get these challenges, what they want to do, they want to jump straight into it and try pass the challenge in 1 day, 2 days, whatever the time frame is. But they're forgetting that you do have a whole 30 days in order to pass this challenge. So 30 days is a lot of time. So there's no need for you to just jump straight into the markets because you're itching, to actually make profits and all that kind of stuff. With that being said, the second tip will be tip 1.5. If there is no trade setups and you're just hungry to enter the markets, just enter the markets with a 0.01 lot just to get the trading days in. Therefore, you won't be losing a lot of money. It's literally 0.01. You'd only lose or gain a couple of cents up until you actually find that nice setup that you've been waiting for. Then from there you can, enter the markets how you normally would while you're getting the trading days in. With that being said, we need to remember that in phase 1, you have a certain target, which is 10% in a amount of 30 days to reach, which is very doable. The second thing is phase 2 is half the amount of percent, which is 5, and a longer amount of days, which is 30 whole 60 days in order for you to pass this challenge. So what I'm telling you is that be patient and wait simply for yourself to enter the trades and enter the market. You get what I'm trying to say? And yeah, even if you are not profitable within the first phase 1 of the challenge, all you have to do is close in profits. Meaning, even if you close with 1 cent in profit and your balance is not below the starting initial of what it was, these prop firms will give you a retry and an extension. So there really is no rush to these challenges, okay? So we're going to jump into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is a very crucial tip that a lot of people don't take into consideration, and that is keeping your risk consistent. When you are trading, make sure you're using the same risk every single trade. Make sure you're only risking 1% per trade. The reason we like to risk 1% per trade is if you look at it on a big scale like this, let's just say there was 10 trades that you lost in a row, which is very unlikely, but anyway, let's just imagine there was 10 trades you lost in a row and you only risked 1%. That will be minus 10%, which is 10 consecutive trades. If you had risked a higher amount on your account, it will be the less trades you're trying to enter. So let's just say you risked 5%. If you had 2 trades minus 5%, that's the whole account gone in 2 trades. Whereas if you were risking 1%, you would have had 10 more chances in order to actually pass the challenge. With that being said, also your risk to reward has to be very crucial and critical when you're actually doing this, which is why I recommend you should use a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. Simply because if you have 10 trades, for example, if you lose 1, 2, 3 trades and your next trade is a take profit trade, that wipes out the 3 losses and leaves you back at break even, which is why your risk to reward has to be very crucial. I recommend 1:3 and also only risking 1% of your account. That makes pretty much a lot of sense, alright? So tip number 3, very good tip, is make sure you trust your analysis. Whatever that may be, whatever you're looking at, don't keep switching your bias. Make sure you stick to the plan. You've already put in the time and the effort to analyze the chart, so make sure you actually trust your analysis. The second thing is that even if you miss your trade, don't chase the markets because the markets will leave you behind. And if you enter a trade when it's too late, it could get taken out. Then you're not calculating your risk to reward or anything like that as the way it should be. A nice little example would be, just imagine you're waiting for a bus Okay, so we'll just imagine that they're waiting for the bus and the bus goes. What do most normal people do? They just simply wait for the next bus to come, because we know in the market there are endless opportunities for us to enter a nice trade. So once you miss that bus or you miss that trade, there's no reason for you to chase it, because if you chase it, you're just putting in more work rather than yourself waiting nice and easy for the next bus, which could come in the next 5 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, next day even. We're just going to use that into, consideration as if we're actually trading. So just simply trust your analysis and make sure, even if you miss your trades, it's okay, another opportunity will come. You need to keep telling yourself there are endless opportunities in the market. So even if you miss one trade, really let it go. It is what it is. Another trade is definitely going to come your way. Okay, so tip number 4 is a very good one as well. Make sure you have a routine to follow. If you do not have a routine, make one. When I say routine, I mean make sure you have a trading plan that you follow, that you back test, you have a certain amount of pairs that you look at, you trade certain sessions. If you're inconsistent with this, you will just be entering the markets whenever you feel like it, which is not a very good thing to do as a trader. You need to allocate some time out of your day in order to be looking at the charts. So for example, if you're working full-time on a 9 to 5 or whatever it is, wait until you finish work, you come home, and then start looking at the trades for the Tokyo or the Asian session. If you're not doing that, let's just say you're working part-time, find the nice sessions that work out better for you, instead of you just entering any session anytime, which is very, very inconsistent. You need to be able to enter the markets on a consistent basis, same time, same day. Not really like that, but in that same type of context, that you are being consistent and you're following the plan. If the plan says that only trade New York session on a Wednesday to Thursday or Friday, do that. Don't break your plan, because if you break your plan, that's when you start getting pissed off that you lost this trade, you entered this too early, you did this, you did that. You'll only be angry at yourself for not following the rules. So you need to make sure that you follow your plan and you stay disciplined. If you're not disciplined, I'm telling you right now, you're going to fail these challenges. So make sure you are disciplined in what you are doing in order to actually pass these challenges. And last but not least, tip number 5, you need to understand, it's not about luck, it's about skill. You can pass the challenge by luck, which is okay, but it's not really okay, because what's going to happen after you get the funded account? You can't keep trading off luck. You need to be able to trade off your skills that you're putting into the market. So what I'm telling you now is, make sure you actually have a good plan, you have knowledge in the market before you even put in your money into these prop firms in order to start trading. Because if you're not following these 5 tips, what's going to happen is you're going to blow your account, you're going to lose the challenge, and it's going to leave you in this continuous cycle of you reapplying until you understand you need to follow these 5 tips. So we're just going to break it down one more time. Tip number 1, make sure that you wait before taking your first trade. Tip number 2, make sure you keep your risk consistent, 1% per trade. I cannot stress this enough. Tip number 3, trust your analysis always. Don't chase the market, just wait for that next opportunity to come towards you. And tip number 4, make sure you have a nice routine to follow. Follow that routine, stick to the plan the trade, and trade the plan. Very, very simple. And last but not least, always remember, it's about skill, not luck. Skill will take you places luck cannot take you, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. I might make a documentary or a series on this 100K challenge to keep you guys updated, what's going on, payout and everything like that. But without further ado, it's your boy Denzel Effects. I'm signing out. Let there be peace in the Middle East, and let my brothers and sisters be safe.